Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and I am coming today to talk to you about this beautiful flower. It's called a poppy. I don't know if you know about poppies, but they are the memorial flower for World War I remembrance. This is very popular in the UK. And I'm going to show you how to put this together, and I'm also going to talk a little bit more about these stems because I found a full pack of them and I want to show you how they work. But before I do, I wanted to remind you of a few things. First off, did you know that I am running a giveaway for a brand new sky blue, and it's so gorgeous, sky blue Cricut Explore Air 2 bundle that includes a ton of things, including mats and some iron-on and all kinds of stuff, and it's like a $450 retail value, and I am giving one away, but it's very limited time. So please, please, please go ahead and check the detail page of this post, or there's also another video about the giveaway, but check that, okay? And go through and put in your entry, because it's a free giveaway, no purchase necessary. So that's number one. Number two, I wanted to let you know about a great mystery box, and I don't want you to miss that either. So this mystery box is called the Leprechaun mystery box, and it includes 2 fabric samplers, 2 rolls of iron-on, these really awesome glitter gel pens, and 2 paper pads, including this one, which is the Disney Princesses, and this one, which is the Tangled one. So please don't miss this one, because it's really fun. And even if you're kind of debating, going, oh, I don't sew, and how am I going to ever use this stuff, you will. We're going to go over it. We're going to do some fun things. So hang on to these, and in the future you're going to see a couple of projects, no sew, that are fun, and you will use these fabric samples. Okay. So now that we've gotten those 2 things over with, the giveaway and the Leprechaun mystery box, please join me as I talk about how to make a poppy. So today we are going to make one of these beautiful red poppies. Aren't they beautiful? Poppies come in a lot of colors, including white and a really beautiful flame color. These are the ones that I see most often in local gardens, but the red is especially significant for the May Memorial Day holiday, and that is because, just sort of a fun fact, poppies became a remembrance flower in the UK and elsewhere in the world because of a poem named In Flanders Field. It's a beautiful poem if you have never read it, and they talk about the writer talks about the poppies that grew on all of the graves from the World War I soldiers that had passed. And what I learned was that the reason why the poppies grew there and no other flowers grew there was because of the lime that had seeped into the ground from all of the death that happened in that field. So it's sort of significant because the flower is red, it's sort of a sanguine-esque red. So I wanted to explain how I put this together. This is a very simple flower. It has 2 layers of petals. They're slightly different, but they look very similar. And it also has this really interesting stamen, which it cuts out like this in a very long black piece. And what you do is you take this yellow insect and you're going to glue it closed with the yellow up at the top, obviously. And then once you sort of fold that over, you then proceed to roll the stamen. I'm not going to show you how to do that, but you get the picture because it creates this rolled effect, which is so pretty and so accurate if you ask me, because if you look at a real poppy, that's kind of how they look, with this sort of these feather-like qualities, but then an inside that's got that yellow and black. So, okay, so to assemble the flower, you first do need to condition the leaves, which is what I've done here. And again, just to show you how I do that. This is this is not a super strong base. So when you are working with your bone folder or your bone implement, or whatever tool you choose, you're going to want to hold it in the middle. Otherwise, you risk pulling off those one of the 3 leaves, and you really need those 3 leaves, or because a poppy consists of 6 petals. And so the other thing about poppies is that they tend to be a little bit like flouncy. I guess that's the word. Ruffled maybe is another word. So if you want, while you're doing this, you can sort of give it a little bit of a ruffle thing by working that leaf and working those cardstock pieces. So this is what you do. You have these 2 pieces that you've conditioned. Now, look really closely. The hole on this, very small, right? And I want to show you how to use this piece, which it's from a stem kit. Here, I want to show you this because I found this package in my craft hoard. This is a flower stem kit from We Are Memory Keepers, and it includes the stem, which is a 3-piece, not including the actual wire stem, and then also gives you different like floral wire and adhesives for your leaves, okay? But we're just going to work on the actual stem itself. So in this case, this piece, this screw-like piece, let me see if it will show you. Yeah, okay. So this screw-like piece goes into the flower, but you know your hole there is pretty small. So what I do is when I want to use something like this, where the stem is kind of thicker than the hole that's given me, is I take my True Control knife and I make an X right inside of that hole. Like you make an X so that basically it's creating a bigger opening without tearing the paper. And then I can take my my piece, the screwed part of the piece, and I can sort of work it in there, you see, without breaking the paper. And I could do that. I've cut that little whole piece, that X in that hole in both pieces. And the flowers go offset like that. And then they come, you bring them back with this piece, and here you screw it in. Very similar to what I showed you before with the daffodils. All right. But the difference here now is you have kind of an open flower, right? And and you have this green, doesn't look very authentic or accurate, I guess is the word. And so that's where this piece comes in. You glue gun this piece, a hot glue. I would advise hot glue for this, and you would put that in there to create this. Isn't it lovely? You can make these smaller, of course. If you don't want to use this kind of a wire stem, you could certainly use wire, and then you won't need to open up the hole, you know, on the inside here as much as I did. But I wanted to use this thicker stem because I'm going to make a whole vase of these that I'm going to display for my Memorial Day festivity. So that's what I did. And that is how you make a paper poppy. And that's it, folks. You can make these gorgeous poppies. You can make them for the upcoming Memorial Day, which is where they're very popular. Some people make them and wear them on their lapel as a remembrance. And they do that in May. You can make them smaller, for that matter. And they're really just so fabulous. I love the steamin', and I particularly like these little stems that I went over as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Rita, and I am the owner of this YouTube channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. I really want you to follow along with me. I have a lot more to show you and to talk about, and just would really love it if you could join me. Also, I want to just get that one reminder in again. Please, please, please enter my giveaway, and also consider purchasing one of those great leprechaun mystery boxes, okay? So thanks very much for joining me today. Hope you have a great day.